This video will bring comparative methodology closer to you by explaining its main features and the ways it can improve your legal research. Simply put, comparative legal methodology is comparison between provisions and practice of two or more legal systems in order to identify, explain, and evaluate differences and similarities among them. One of the bards of comparative methodology once said that our first reaction in contact with a foreign legal system is similar to that of a tourist who comes to a foreign city and discovers that things are very different. Moving further from the mere dogmatic comparison, modern approaches to comparative research intend to grasp the function a rule has in a given society. These approaches can take the form of functional comparison, viewing the rule as a result of the social tension, or cultural comparison, considering the law to be the response to the social culture as a whole.
In preparing your PhD research, you need to ask yourself, do I need comparative methodology? Will my research benefit from it? And the answer is to be found in the aim and hypothesis of your research. For instance, if you wish to propose a new uniform or harmonized rule, comparison of different legal systems is essential. Likewise, if the aim of your research is to propose a de lege ferenda solution for your own legal system, looking for inspiration in other legal systems may prove very helpful and will save you from reinventing the wheel. Comparative method is also employed when you wish to examine the extent to which legal development in a particular country is influenced by changes of a wider scale that are affecting multiple other countries. For instance, the study of law on extramarital unions in a chosen country should normally also involve an observation of the long-standing evolution towards recognizing the increasing number of rights to extramarital partners and, in some countries, their equalization with spouses. For the purpose of understanding this development, such research should entail references to other systems that underwent the same process.
Knowing all this, you may still stumble on another question. Which legal systems do I choose for comparison? There is no all-purpose recipe on how to implement comparative legal research in practical terms. However, some tips and tricks may help on the way. Language may be your gateway to another legal system. Knowing the language spoken in the country whose legal system you wish to study is a tremendous advantage. However, in reality this will not always be possible. So, you need to check the availability of sufficient legal information in one of the languages you know. Otherwise, you may lack resources for your research. From the methodological point of view, researchers should come up with more compelling reasons for choosing a particular legal systems for comparison. Though it could be reasonable to compare two or more legal systems belonging to the same legal family, because the correlations are then more easily established. On the other hand, you will never feel as inspired as when you open horizons to very different approaches.
There are situations in which you simply cannot escape comparisons with a particular legal system. If you're researching legal transplants, that is, legal institutions and concepts that are borrowed or translated from one legal system into another, comparative methodology is a must. Since the origins of EU competition law can be traced back to US Sherman Act, analysis of EU law can benefit from references to US law, although influences now go both ways. Let's take another example. Owing to the Brussels effect, which stands for the global impact of EU regulation, study of personal data protection in any of the non-EU member states should include also references and comparisons to the EU General Data Protection Regulation.
Comparative method is nearly inevitable and can be used in all kinds of research, whether as an overarching methodology or restricted to certain parts of research. So, if you are still not convinced whether to use comparative method, we invite you to watch this video again and again until you are.